it working?
Yeah. Start. Almost 3, 2, 1. Go.
Hi everyone, welcome to Wellbeing Wednesday. I'm so excited to join you guys live on our new series that we're going to be creating for you all. We have been listening to you all and your feedback, and we're really excited to share with you some new exciting things that we're going to be doing across our social media in the months to come. So yeah, taking feedback from people in the sector have said to us they would love to hear me do some more interviews with people rather than just hearing about wellbeing topics one-on-one like this. So we're going to be interviewing a few amazing people over the coming months that we're going to share with you each week live on Wednesdays at 12 o'clock. So please join us. I came up with the idea that I would love to interview potential entrepreneurs, leaders, coaches, and psychologists, private practice owners, etc., to be featured on this series. And so if you're someone that's in my network that would love to be involved, please reach out to me. I have some exciting guests coming up, and I really wanted to share with you my heart behind why I came up with this idea in terms of the title. So I wanted to call this talks Grit and Grace Leadership Talks. Now, for me, I believe that my model of working as a leader in business for 10 years now, a decade, I can't believe it, running TaylorCare Recruitment and running multiple social media groups and different platforms, I've had to really work on a way to find a leadership style that suits me. Obviously we've all had bosses where we're micromanaged, and that's something that I didn't want to be as a leader and a boss. And something that I believe that I've developed is grit and grace in my leadership style. Now, I wanted to share with you Professor and author Angela Duckworth defines grit as your ability to pursue your goals with passion and perseverance as a marathon. I always say running a business is a marathon, not a sprint. This is not a sprint, she says. Grace is showing favor or goodwill to others, and often the recipient of grace receives this undeserved. I'm always looking at where I can give grace and compassion and empathy and understanding in my leadership. So I believe that I managed to do these quite well, and I just thought, I bet you there's other leaders just like me who are doing this, but often don't get to talk about it. And so my new series on a Wednesday is going to be called Grit and Grace Leadership Talks with Kate Taylor, myself, the founder of TaylorCare Group and of many other amazing projects along the years within TaylorCare. And I wanted to share with you some different qualities around grit and leadership that I think would be something that you guys might resonate with. So my 5 qualities that I believe help you to have grit in your leadership style is courage. When you think of courage, you may think of physical bravery, but there are many other forms of courage. Now, I don't know about you, but the last few years in running a business through COVID has brought a lot of courage, especially for business owners, entrepreneurs, leaders, coaches, because we've had to dig deep and find a way to show courage, even when it's hard, even when it's uncertain, even when we don't know what can come ahead of us. We have to have courage. And I'm sure some of you in the workforce having to get up every day and work has also had to show courage. So the other thing is conscientiousness. That is defined as a personality trait of being thorough, careful, and vigilant. I don't know about you guys, but I always know the more thorough we are in business and the more detail we put into it, the more results we get. Perseverance is the third one. I don't know about you, but I have had to persevere. Running a business for 10 years has not been a sprint. It's definitely been a marathon. And I believe that perseverance and determination and grit has definitely given me an ability to be able to do this well. I've had so many highs and lows, so many times where I didn't know if I could keep going. And then we've had a big lead come through, a big client, a big windfall that's come through that's helped us stay in business. So, it's not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure. Resilience. I don't know about you guys, but I have had to build resilience like never before over the last few years with personal and business life challenges. It has not been easy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. But I always am vulnerable with courage to my staff. I always let them know where I'm at, what's going on, so that they understand if I'm not myself during that season of loss and grief and hard times. And I believe that as a leader, it's important we showcase to our staff around this so that we're not pretending to have it all together, to be a 10 out of 10 all the time. Like, leaders are the best leaders, are the ones that can be vulnerable through the highs and lows of life, but keep soldiering on anyway. And I believe that's what resilience is all about. And passion. I don't know about you guys, but if you are not passionate about what you're doing, you cannot keep doing it. So for me, my overall passion to help the community services sector, whether it's in disability space, whether it's not-for-profit, whether it's my charities, has what kept me going. Knowing that I'm making an impact to vulnerable people, whether it be domestic violence, homelessness, disability sector, mental health, like, yeah, it goes on. Like, there's so many areas, child protection. Like, I would not be able to do this work unless I had a passion for it. And I'm so grateful that I get to work with so many amazing organizations and employees to experience their passion and drive, and their why that they do what they do is what inspires me to do what we do as a business every day to work in this sector. So I think that's really important. And then we come to grace. What does grace in leadership look like? So from my research and obviously my personal experience, grace looks like composure and quiet confidence. Grace means assurance and strength, but it also means to lead with gratitude and humility. To lead with grace, we must inspire those to also follow us. And graceful leaders understand servant leadership. They are willing to listen, they're quick to admit when they are wrong, and they're willing to work collaboratively with their team. And then I wanted to bring the point of how grit and grace could come together to make you a great leader. So many leaders have spent their entire professional careers developing grit. We have, obviously, with that perseverance, that resilience, that courage, it makes us have grit and mental toughness to face any obstacles that we overcome. But it also means that, you know, at times we can lack grace and empathy and understanding because we are so busy, go all the time, and having to fight fires, be on top of our game, have that resilience and that perseverance that we can often sometimes lack that grace. So I wanted to bring the two together. So more and more we're seeing it is a necessity to have grace and empathy and kindness in your leadership. Grace is the forgiveness, compassion, and empathy that enables powerful relationships and connections to those around you and to thrive as a workplace. So you need both. So I hope that, you know, with this series of interviewing amazing leaders who I believe have grit and grace in their leadership style through their businesses and how they run their businesses, I believe that you're going to be inspired too. And hopefully it'll help encourage you to have these open conversations with your teams, with your leadership, just different ideas that you might get or different suggestions that you hear on these weekly talks. Yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback and comments. So please comment below in the chat box if you have any questions or feedback or thoughts. And I look forward to bringing you these weekly live wellbeing webinars. And we look forward to talking to you soon. All right, bye.